Ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't. I really, as Drew would say, konnichiwa, everybody.
Why would I say that?
That's a fat joke. No, it's not really. It's what's her name? Tiny Tina.
Talk about Borderlands. You don't know shit.
What's her fucking name? Tiffany Thomas. What's her name?
Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm gonna act like I heard you. It just say, or I'm gonna act like I heard you because it just came across odd. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Phoenix Podcast. I am your host. What am I gonna be this week? I'm going to be Wakanda. I'm Wakanda.
Oh my god! You should have sorted that out before we started recording, bitch.
Yeah, I should have, but I'm Wakanda, and I'm also joined by Chris.
I'm Chris Evans' hair. I'm Captain America's hair.
And joined by, did you know Ned and Wong are in Avengers Infinity War? I'm just saying, they're both there. They are both there. But Fatness Everdeen.
I find it interesting that you tell me that right before you introduce Drew, but whatever.
No, it wasn't a fat joke. That could have been a fat joke for him.
So why the fuck you telling me about them two? I know they're in the movie.
See, I didn't think I knew Wong was in the movie.
Just introduce Drew.
I just did, and he didn't say anything.
Because I have nothing to do with Ned or anything like that. So
I said Fatness Everdeen, and you just sat there like, oh, ham sandwich. Oh.
Oh God.
I'm not eating ham.
Well, that's Chris, actually.
Exactly.
Excuse you.
Yeah, you're excused. But listen, kids, you can reach us at 678-753-5144. That is 678-753-5144. You can shoot us an email like Kia's husband did, Ryan Poole, over at feedback@thephoenixpodcast.com, which we will jump straight into this email as soon as I can pull it up, because I had it, but
Oh God.
Being that I am a sovereign country and
Mr. Wakanda, is there a reason why you're being led by a Caucasian man?
No, first and foremost, Wakanda is led by His Royal Blackness, Sir Chadwick Boseman. And inside of Wakanda, there was Killmonger, aka Michael B. Jordan.
I'm only saying that because of the tweet from this idiot from TMZ.
We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. We're not sitting on our soapboxes.
It's gonna.
Okay?
I'm never sitting on it. Every trailer that comes out now, we have to deal with this shit.
I don't know anything about this. I was on media blackout.
You got a goddamn lie.
You're probably on fucking media takeout. You wasn't on no goddamn media blackout.
Yeah, it wasn't on no blackout.
Just crack a beer, Chris. I just leave it to you. You couldn't have done that, softly, quietly. You just went all out for it. Let's go into this email.
As we softly, brother.
Ryan, aka Kia's husband from FEMA. What's going on, folks? Once again, my wife, Kia from FEMA, and I really enjoyed the podcast and the content you all bring. I'll keep this short on both topics. I'm sure you guys are going to cover this, so I'll give my 2 cents. When it comes to the Punisher, he's not fucking around. My wife and I are only 3 episodes in. That's right. That's right. I'll go back for comedic purposes. When it comes to the Punisher, he's not fucking around. My wife and I are only 3 episodes in, and I'm already calling it the best Marvel show on Netflix. Let's put a pin in that in a second, Mr. Poole. I feel like they've done everything right when it comes to this series. It's dark. The actor John Bernthal, sorry, I'm just having a moment, is nailing this role as Frank Castle, and I like any series where the hero doesn't mind killing as opposed to whooping the bad guy's ass just to send him to jail where he gets out anyway in some form or fashion. We also saw Justice League on opening weekend, and I must admit, Justice League was much better than I anticipated. Wanted your opinions if you thought it was trash or did it do better than you anticipated? P.S. Finally, on a small note, I do like that they didn't make Cyborg the token black guy who speaks slang Ebonics. I feared that for some reason. So
B-E-T.
B-E-T. So thank you, Mr. Poole, who has no relation to Dead. Thank you, Kia. Hey, Kia girl. So let's break this down. The Punisher. Have we all seen and finished?
Yeah.
Don't you dare, because I already know, and we're gonna save you for last.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a shit.
Yeah, because Chris is gonna take 45 minutes to go and just have a whole nut fest, and I don't have time. So when you're going over this,
nut fest.
That's right. When you're going over this, you just text me. I'm gonna make a pot of tea. I'm gonna make a pot of tea. I'm gonna make a ham sandwich, and you let me know when you're done.
It's fun.
But here's what my thought. Now I've called Drew plenty of times throughout this series and Chris.
Are we gonna just review it now via email?
Yes. Yeah.
You might as well. He brought it up, so this.
Okay. Yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, just knocking out 2 birds, 1 stone. Holla, 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 holla. Play it for $1. So
he's probably going to get his notes, his little essay. That's why.
Oh no. Who, me
no,
or
not
him?
you. No, not him.
Oh.
I don't have to write anything down.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Right,
but for the first 13 episodes, I think these series are way too long. I think this could have been done.
Oh, now people, you fucking kidding me?
Shut your mouth, okay? Excuse me. Can I have the floor, Kia? Thank you.
Hey,
this series
don't ever fucking call me that.
Was about 3 or 4 episodes, way too damn long. Coming out, daughter.
Come on out. Keep going. I'm making a sign, but I wasn't interrupting you. Keep going.
Go ahead. Just
go ahead, man. Come on out.
I know. I was bored from episode 1 all the way to 6, and I kept falling asleep on. Shut up! I kept falling asleep, and I don't know. I really wasn't feeling it at first, and then the twist happened in episode 6 or 7, which I saw a mile away coming. That his friend, I'm going to call him Burt Baccarat because I can't remember his real name.
Billy Russo.
Assassin's Creed.
You said Burrito?
Billy Russo.
That's
Billy
it.
Russo. Assassin's Creed.
Billy Russo was basically working for the man. And
Agent Orange.
Yep. And I can't remember half the shit because I was bored throughout the first half. I thought The Punisher was a great series. However, I think for the first 6 episodes, I was just bored and annoyed. Karen Page still irks my goddamn skin. I think she should be murdered in one of these upcoming seasons of something. And I mean like guts hanging out of stomach type murder. So we know there's a definitive end for her.
Okay.
I think I personally think that this was good for me. I don't need to see a season 2 of this. I think this was a great one-off. Yeah, that's my review in a nutshell, because I've never been a fan of The Punisher. I like Johnny Boy's take on him. But other than that, if they do a season 2, I needed to be darker and grittier. For this season, I just felt like I wanted to listen to Evanescence the whole time. And I felt like you can't go into this show happy. You have to go in depressed and sad, because this motherfucker is depressed and sad. And yeah, so
his family killed right in front of him, son.
So that's my take on it. I'm not against it. I didn't hear what you said. That's why I continued to just go.
So you said his family was killed in front of him. Do you have a number rating scale for it or anything?
I really hate number scales, but if I were to go to,
yeah, I mean, I only did it just to fuck with you too, being that you watched it, it was cool, but you don't have to. You don't have to.
I'd give it out of the Mark 1 and the Mark 42. I'd say this is a Mark 5 for me. And only nerds are gonna get that reference. But I'd give it like a 3 out of 5, maybe a 2.5 out of 5.
Motherfucker using
2.5.
Iron Man armor to rate.
Yeah, the rate.
I had to break it down for shit that I knew. I'd give this a PlayStation 4 Pro out of an Xbox One X. How about that?
Wow.
Oh, you didn't really care for it.
It's not that I didn't care for it. It's just I was bored the majority of your season.
Well, speaking from somebody who's a non-Punisher fan, I understand.
That's why we're saving your black ass for last.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree.
All right, Drew, it's your go.
Yeah, I do agree. The seasons are always too long with these Marvel shows.
Oh my God.
I mean,
This
it's
is
not
ridiculous.
necessarily boring, but it's not as jam-packed of action as you expect. I mean, of course, and trailers can always sell the fuck out of you. So, like, when you saw the trailer, you're like, oh, man, like, he's going to be out here just freaking shooting up people all the time and shit like that, where it's only the show starts out good, but they develop a lot of story. I did like that they have a lot of side stories and things like that, and the relationships of Frank with the people in his life. The only one is just like it was slightly unnecessary of how much they developed it was for the military kid. Like for everything
his
went up
terrorist
to
ass.
Yeah, just for everything for him to turn to a terrorist and then blow himself up in a fucking freezer. I was like, I thought it was gonna be more to it.
Spoilers if you haven't watched the show already.
Well, I mean, fuck it. We said we were talking about the show, so I mean, I wasn't gonna hold back.
Joking.
And I know you just always throw that disclaimer out for joking purposes. I really like about the show how they touch a lot about the PTSD a lot. That's like a big thing. Even currently in some of the current Punisher comics, I mean, that's always well, not always, but it's always touched upon in some form or fashion in Punisher comics because that was his basis. Because we got Punisher's he doesn't have powers. He's just a guy with fucking guns.
Violence.
But it's not just based on just him being a guy good with guns. It's a lot about the traumatic experiences that happened to him that led to him what led to his family being murdered, but how the war and everything of fighting did affect him, and then also losing his family. So, I mean, I feel like it's talked about in some of the reviews and stuff, but I feel like that was a big kudos to them for that because, I mean, even with the climate of America, like these motherfuckers are more worried about you standing up for the anthem compared to shit like taking care of our veterans, making sure when they come home they have jobs and things like that. Like the show is based around that support group, and some of those guys, I mean, they don't necessarily go really into their lives like that, but there's people like that, and some of their lives are fucked up. There's a lot of homeless vets and shit like that. Like they come over here and then they can't come back to shit because, like, even the terrorist one, all he thought he was just like a freaking machine to kill. So he doesn't have it. He comes home now. He doesn't have any skills to work or anything. All he's worried about is freaking fighting. So I think that shows a. It's sim. Hey, I'm here. Getting my cunt. But just quick sidebar. There's a video of it's like a Gay World Star video of these two dudes fighting in like 14th Street. So there's this one guy who's commentating the whole video.
I'm getting in my cunt.
Yeah, that was very claiming me. But these are some of the comments, the commentary from the video, which is quite hilarious for anyone who follows us on Twitter. Just tweet us, and we will send you the video so you can get the references and laugh also. But yeah, the whole thing with
I ain't sending you shit.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, just hit up me and Phoenix. I think it's the big thing. The parallel that this popped in my head with guys coming home from war and then not really having a skill set. It's just like when we have dudes who come home from jail. I mean, it's not the same scenario. They're not serving the country, but they expect guys to go serve 1 year to however long, come home and then be a law-abiding citizen when they don't know shit because they've
And
been
their whole
separated.
mentality is fucking different coming out of prison like that.
Yeah, so
you don't know how to readjust, especially when you spend half of your life inside.
Yeah, so it's not the it's parallels, but it's not the same situation. But it shows it in the show too, where the kid couldn't even sleep in his room no more. He rather dig a big hole and sleep outside. The freaking little
sleeping in the foxhole.
Yeah, in a freaking little mini foxhole bunker shit that he made.
He made that shit.
Yeah, he just dug that shit
he
up.
fucking made that shit.
But like I said, I do like I said, it was even though it was too long.
Come on out.
I feel like it developed the story well, and the best part is toward the end when he gets his hands on Orange. I watched it a couple times. It wasn't. It was enjoyable, but yeah, that shit was violent as fuck. I mean, I could see why they canceled the panel after Vegas and shit. Because the thing is, it wasn't actually crazy gun action. It wasn't Punisher.
Just the one scene where he basically got all of Billy Russo's dudes who he sent.
When they tried to
when they went to Micro's lair. Yeah, he tried to set him up. That was basically the only kind of meticulous gunfight.
So the thing is that I don't necessarily know where they will go for season 2, but I feel like it's developed well because you didn't get
it's plenty of ways.
Well, yeah, that's plenty, but it's like they didn't give you full on developed Punisher because you saw mild of his skill set, of his tactical skills, his planning skills. Like in the beginning, the first episode, when they show the people that were set up, the frame that they killed his family, you see that he got busy, but you don't really see that. But when you read Punisher and shit like that, like Punisher is a real tactical, plan shit out. Like I love the battle van. I was talking to Chris. I was like, yeah, we should get one. But he was like, are we gonna go around killing people? I'm like, nah, I'm actually rather not risk going to jail. So he's like, there's no sense to get a battle van. But
yeah,
things like that are
verbatim.
That's all
Punisher. There's no reason.
Yeah, there's no reason. But the van is fucking dope. In the comic and in the show, it was dope. So
battle van.
You get a little bit of everything. I feel they develop a lot of story. So I mean, other than even the fluff in the middle, I appreciate it, but it wasn't as much necessary. I could give it a strong 4 out of 5. Out of only other Daredevil's the only other show that really is even close to it. But Daredevil, Crazy Wild Enough, had more action in season 2.
Yeah,
but the action in this surpassed it. The stairwell scene is still the best Marvel TV fight scene, one of the top 5 in even the movies and all that. But the Agent Orange fight and the torture and all that shit there was definitely a lot of violence.
Oh my God, I got a ham everywhere.
And I'm the fat one.
Yeah, there's I'm gonna go backwards from where you just left off at. Excuse me, listeners. From the Agent Orange fight, well, not so much fight, but torture scene.
Yeah, torture.
Until he got him. That was the first time I've ever had to turn away from violence in my entire life. It was so fucking awesome, but at the same time, it was like...
It was a bit much. It was a bit much.
Yeah, it was... I mean, it was a bit much, but it was fucking necessary because you would too if that happened to you.
It's like when you think about like Lifetime movies and shit, like passion kills, like someone killed their spouse.
Yeah, that was definitely a crime of passion, if it could even be considered a crime. I mean, obviously it's a crime. You can't just kill people. But it was totally justified given what had happened to him, what Agent Orange had. What the fuck?
What the fuck? I don't know. I lost you briefly.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, holy shit. We gotta stop. Phoenix isn't on the thing anymore. You hear me? Drew.